So we'd have these beautiful weekends in Puerto Rico, and since we flew so much, stewardess came to be our next hunting place for women, stewardess. New York was a big place for stewardess, for Pan American staying, and we always had a big feast with the stewardess. But now I had changed I didn't go to the Buena Mesa anymore. I was an elegant guy, so the Concord from the Waldorf, from the Plaza Hotel. That's where I used to go, to the Concord, and all my had exclusive friends from Radcliffe, from Sarah Lawrence, Finch. Finch is a great finishing school in Manhattan. Only very, very rich people. And since my father was director of Basic Resources, a mining company here, which only millionaire people were there. Like I told you, Semenenko, the owner of the pier. I was friend of the Aldrichs, which the Aldrich is Aldrich Rockefeller. So I had really good. I was in a good big leagues, man. I fucked up later. So anyhow, I tell here how I was always bad at school, but always kept sports. Always the gyms and everything. And then in a junior year abroad, we went to Barcelona, and since Spanish was my major, and I knew Spanish well, I didn't go to classes. We rented, with Bobby Odas, the tennis player, a house in Tosa de Mar.
But now, George, let me ask you, people speaking Spanish in Spain, did you have any trouble understanding them, or you understanding them?
No, just the accent is different.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like in Mexico, man. Those guys that want to take me, but it's the accent. But you're right, like here, if you speak a Spaniard immediately, we know he's not Guatemalan, like a Spaniard. Even a guy from Salvador, we know he's by the accent he has. The guy from Honduras, we all speak the same language, but with different tones and accents and everything. So there I met Steve Hecht was his name. He was studying in Colombia, that's when I came back from Europe. And he was getting his master's in business administration and was a Jew. He's a millionaire Jew from also Golden Oaks Country Club and this big. And he was the dealer, used to sell the weed in Columbia University. That's more or less how things started with that way. And he made very good money selling weed. Not only was he a millionaire, but he didn't get any money from his parents or anything anymore. Now this guy, Steve Hecht, lives here in Guatemala. Yes, I brought him down since that time, because he would buy his weed in Harlem. So then I said, hey, Steve, in Guatemala, weed is really cheap and everything. Why don't we make an exploratory trip to Guatemala and see if we can import marijuana from Guatemala to America? You get your weed much better quality weed and cheaper. So he was all money. And I said, yeah, sure, let's go to Guatemala. So we came to Guatemala, and our first trip. There are some dolls, Indian, like you sell them in the mercado. So we bought 4 of those dolls. Sentate ahí, Julito, con ellos and we took all the material out. No te va a decir, ¿verdad? Ya te dije que quiero que me acompañes. And took all the inside of the dolls, and we filled them up with weed. And a friend of mine that we used to call him Gordo, fat, because he was fatty, said, yeah, I go. And he went to America and delivered the first 4 pounds of weed to Steve in America. When he came back from America, he brought 5,000 purple haze acids. And that's how everything started with the shit. Steve, since he was a big millionaire, He came back and we got a mining concession. And we opened up a bar in Zone 9. Very elegant. It used to be
I'm going to pause it so she can talk to you real quick.